Hi there, my name is Elena Alvarez and I'm a member of the social media class here at Chatfield, and this is my project shedding a little bit more light on the Courage Award that is given out at graduation here at Chatfield. The Courage Award is given to a graduate exemplified as a spirit of perseverance and resilience through a life-threatening illness or extreme physical and mental challenge, and shows what it means to graduate and excel through the toughest circumstances, all while being a great role model to others. The Courage Award has been here at Chatfield for a very long time. I'm not sure exactly when it started, but the earliest I've heard was 1998 when my uncle Luke Jones received it during his graduation. He suffered through very extreme burns when he was just 18 months old, and he was able to go through the rest of his life with a smile on his face, affecting others very positively. He is one of my biggest inspirations. A little bit more on the backstory to this award was given to me by Mr. Swanicorn. He told me that Miss Haran, a teacher who previously taught at Chatfield, started this award. After that, it was passed down to Miss Valerio and then on to Swanee. I was able to talk to Swanee a little bit more about this award, and here are some of the things he said. He believes that the Courage Award is the highlight of graduation because it shows how to be a leader even when you're living an entirely new and different life outside of school. When I asked Swanee what effect Chatfield has on those who share the characteristics of people who win the Courage Award, he shares with me that Chatfield gives those struggling the opportunity to overcome their trials and help them to become a good person, because that's what matters most. Something that he said that I love was that character counts and that attitude and effort means everything. When talking specifically about the staff and faculty here at Chatfield, Swanee says that everyone moves on, even though we will all always be chargers. He says that if a job is done right, then a student shouldn't come back to learn more, that they should be off and doing their own thing. Although it is bittersweet, he knows that as a Charger family, we should be able to encourage each other to move forward and go on to our next steps in life. It was great getting to talk with Swanee, and he shared with me that in 2023, which was one of his first years presenting the award, he was able to give it to someone whom he knew really well. His name was Tyson Tafoya, and he had a very bad heart condition. He was given an expiration date on his heart, but he made it as far as graduation. The last time Swanee checked in with him, he was doing very well. Swanee shares that being able to make it across the stage and getting this far, all while suffering through a very bad physical and mental illness, shows an extreme amount of character and is exactly what the Courage Award means. The 2024 recipient of the Courage Award's name was Joe Wren. I was able to have the privilege to share a class with Joe, and he was an amazing person. I asked Joe to share his story with me, and here is a little bit of what he said. He said, I got my first kidney transplant when I was 3, and I got my second transplant at the end of my freshman year. During that time of being in the hospital rooms after my transplant, I wanted to learn guitar, and I did. I learned a couple of songs, but after getting out of the hospital, I wanted to sing. I've always sang throughout my life, and I took choir freshman year and sophomore year. But during high school, I slowly was thinking about turning my music into a career, and during junior year, I decided to do so. When I was still learning to play guitar, I joined a group called the Parky Acoustic Society. They helped me improve so much on guitar and my voice and my confidence. Soon, I started playing little backyard events, which grew to be late night bar events, and now I'm writing songs. I have music out on Spotify. If it wasn't for my donor who gave me his kidney back in freshman year, I wouldn't be able to do music, graduate high school, and my first year of college, or really anything else. I was lucky enough to be able to get to talk with Joe for just a little bit and ask him some questions about when he won this award. When I asked him how he felt when he found out that he first was going to win this award, he said, I was shocked and emotional because I didn't think that it was an award until I received it. This is one of the main reasons that I'm making this project, because this award means so much to the school and so much to the people that receive it, and it's barely even known about. I also asked Joe what it meant to him. He said, it means a lot. Not only has it represented how far I've come, but it reminds me that I can face anything. I asked Joe how Chatfield supported him during this time in his life, and he said, it supported me in the best way at the best time. It helped me with school, classes, and how to be a better person. I also asked him if this award gave him more confidence. He said, definitely more confident in myself, my music, and my life in general. The final question that I asked Joe was, how have you grown from this? He said, I have grown to be a better musician and a better person. I have a lot more growing to do, but I have the strength and confidence to do it. Joe and all the other past recipients of this award show me, and I hope you, how to face life head on with a smile on our face no matter what it throws at us. Now let's get into this year. This year, the recipient of the Courage Award was Logan Brown. I was lucky enough to share this social media class with Logan Brown and get to know him a little bit better, and I think he is completely deserving of this award. I was also lucky enough for him to be willing to participate in this project with me by reading some of his article, Weathering the Storm, that is posted on chattymatters.com if you want to read it as well.
Hi, my name's Logan Brown. I would just like to say thank you for recognizing me for the Courage Award here at Chatfield. I'm very honored to be selected for this award, and I would just like to thank my family, my friends, my medical team, and just for everyone that has been along with me for this journey and for just being there along the way. So with that being said, I guess I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my story these past couple of years and just kind of explain it to y'all. So this year, for my senior year, I learned that I'd have to have emergency surgery, but thankfully I was able to go homecoming. So 2 days after homecoming, I had to go to the hospital for an unexpected 15-hour-long surgery where they removed a lot of my colon, which resulted in me waking up in the ICU. And for those who don't know, the ICU is the intensive care unit at hospitals. So after having this surgery, I spent another week in the hospital since that surgery then led to 2 additional surgeries due to some complications. And due to those extra surgeries, I ended up having another blood clot in my lung. And for those who don't know, my junior year, I actually ended up getting blood clots in my lungs. And so I had to miss a little bit of school for that as well. But looking at today where I'm at, so I've had 15 total surgeries and I'm doing so much better to this day. And just with all this, I've had blood clots 2 separate times and I've just spent countless hours in the hospital. And with experience all of this, I've had the ability to look at life through a very positive perspective that I've never had before, and I've just learned that there's so much more to life and that there's so much to be grateful for. With everything that has happened, I've always had the support, whether it was with my family, my friends being there for me, to my teacher, my youth leader, visiting me at the hospital, and even my class coming to my house to visit me when I was recovering. So it's just crazy to see like how much a community could do so much good for you. I think Chatfield is really great at having a great community. So after seeing how many people and all these people that just cared about me, it really changed my perspective and made me look at really the good in everything, like looking at the good in those bad situations. So now since my junior year, despite everything that's happened, I managed to be on honor roll for my junior and senior year, maintain great grades. I'm living a great life that I love living with the people I love. So with all the bad that there was these past couple of years, I've still managed to see the good and experience the good way more than I've experienced the bad. And I think all those bad things that may have happened for a reason. I think today I'm at a very great point in my life with a lot of people that I love, and I'm just living a great life. So thank you again for recognizing me for the Courage Award. I'm very thankful for it, and go Chatfield.
Miss Guckle, our teacher in our social media class, along with Miss Weaver, someone who had helped Logan a lot throughout this time in his life, presented him this award at graduation. Here are some of the things that Miss Weaver had to say about Logan.
What I would want to say about Logan Brown is he is amazing. I would like to see more of his qualities in myself. Things like he just makes it through life with such a positivity. He looks for the good in everything and everyone all the time. And even when he's hurting or feeling bad, he never transferred that to anyone else here at school. He was always just super positive. He came in with like a changed perspective on life versus feeling sorry for himself or getting down because he didn't feel good, or maybe some opportunities passed him by because he wasn't feeling well and he didn't get to participate in everything he wanted to participate in. Logan is just a super positive human, and that positivity is something I want to take away from him and add to my life. He definitely represents Chatfield in all the ways, like I said, that somebody who exemplifies what it means to be a Charger does. He shows courage, honesty, ambition, respect, generosity, enthusiasm, reliability, perseverance, 2 years of being ill and, really ill. And he made it through on the honor roll, made it through being an impressive human. Um, responsibility, individuality, great dignity, and just overall an excellent human being. And I would just like to say that Logan is a special guy, and I think he's going to go out and do great things in the world.
I've not known Logan for a very long time, but after observing him from close and from afar, I can see the effects that he has on everybody else around him. All these effects are positive. He has a smile on his face wherever he goes, and he treats everybody with kindness. He isn't afraid to be himself, and he never takes the easy way out. Like I said before, I don't know Logan very well, but I know a lot of people who do. Here are some things that they had to say about Logan.
A little bit about Logan Brown is that he is one of the nicest and most selfless kids I have ever met. He always puts other people before himself. He tries to include everyone in everything. And he just checks up on you, which is a great quality to have, and he's a great friend for it. Like once a week, Logan will be like, let's catch up. You want to get food? How are you doing? And I couldn't appreciate him more for that. Logan is a great person, and he's destined to do great things.
Logan Brown has always been my role model. The kid has been the nicest friend I've ever had my entire life. He's always thinking about other people, putting himself before other people. Even after he gets his surgery, he's checking up on his friends. He's asking what I miss. You guys want to hang out as soon as I'm able to. He's overall just the nicest kid anyone will ever meet. And Logan Brown, stay you, man. Never change.
My friend Logan is a very positive and uplifting person, and I really appreciate the fact that he can always bring me up if I'm feeling down. And he's also a very strong person for what he's gone through, and to be able to keep such a positive and happy attitude all the time. And I strive one day to be as good as Logan.
Logan Brown, man, he's been a best friend since elementary school. He's by far the toughest man that I've ever met. Does everything with a smile on his face and is always happy. He's an amazing friend. He's someone you can always talk to in tough times, but always someone who's relatable. He brightens the room everywhere he goes, and his presence is always felt when he's not there. I'm super thankful that he's my best friend, and I could not ask for a better one. Thank you, Logan Brown.
My best friend, Logan Brown, is one of the most genuine and supportive people I know. No matter what life throws at me, he's always there with a kind word, a laugh, or simply just showing up when it matters the most. Logan's loyalty, humor, and honesty make every day better. He lifts me up, challenges me to grow, and never lets me forget who I am. I'm proud to call him my best friend, and even more grateful to have him in my life. Thank you, Logan Brown.
Everybody here at Chatfield is lucky enough to have someone like Logan around them. I would love to congratulate him on his award. Logan, we're all so proud of you, and we know you're going to do great things. Although we may not all face physical and mental challenges like Logan has gone through, we can still face life with this uplifting and positive attitude and become better people through it. Being able to accomplish hard things is so worth it, and looking back on it, we can hold a sense of pride in what we do. Like Swanee previously said, character counts. Let that character be positive and push others to be their best. We should always remember that there are people around us who love us and care about us and want us to succeed. No matter what you're facing, you can do it. I hope we can be a little bit more like Logan and everybody else who have received the Courage Award and face life with a smile on our face and never give up. Thank you all for watching Chatty for Life.